devastation of decapitation without your head. I'm Nasty Neal, and I'm joined by our very Swiss leader, Casper Van Dien. And
He's
Heidi
fighting against the lactose intolerance.
And he's just doing that from the movie, so don't get us banned here on the YouTube.
Get us banned.
Well, it would be good publicity for Matt Heidi. So
why not?
yeah, not for me so much, but and Heidi herself, Alice Lucy.
Oh.
Hello. I love Mad Heidi, and not just because you're here. I actually really like this movie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And it comes out July 21st on Blu-ray, which is very exciting, with a special limited edition extra cheese edition, which is very cool. Yeah. So, were you both?
Well,
what was that?
Comes with playing cards and stickers.
Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. Right, not just cheese. Yeah. And so, when you pitch the idea, or did you read the script first? Because I would be like, how did you take the movie when someone told you the idea?
I mean, I'm still a total newbie, so no one was offering me anything off the bat. I definitely jumped through all the hoops and did all the auditions. But I fell in love with the script as soon as I got sent it. And as soon as I had the chance to audition for it, I just thought it was absolutely bonkers and a lot of fun. And I knew that the team loved it and really backed themselves. And we were just coming off the back of COVID as well, just towards the end of it. It was 2021 when the auditions came through. Everything in the UK was still basically shut. And I wanted to have a good time and have a laugh. And I just knew that this film would bring that.
And how about yourself, Casper? Did you just get the script, or did someone hey, we have this idea?
So I was sent the script by my agent, my manager. My agent was like, "This is awesome," and my manager was like, "I don't know if I get it." And after he saw it, he was like, "Oh, I get it now." But I read the script and I was like, "Oh my god!" Obviously, you guys are huge Starship Troopers fans. They're like, "Yes, because we want you," and I'm like, "Well, you got me!" And it was I was so thrilled to be on. I just felt like it was just magical. It was magical. I got on the set. Alice had already been on there for a couple months, and she had already been hanging out with the guys for that long. And so everything was already run smoothly. Everybody was excited. All the people were putting their heart and soul into it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I had so much fun. Loved all the propaganda things. Loved all the plugs to Starship Troopers and the different Grindhouse films. I just thought these guys were insane in the best way.
Yeah, definitely. And so that stuff was in the movie originally, already in the script, like some of the lines. I'm doing my part, and
all that was already when they sent it to me. Alice has seen other scripts. I've only seen this one, and all the propaganda things were in it. And that's why I was like, wow, they really love Starship Troopers.
It'd be interesting if they had multiple scripts, depending on who they sent it to. But no.
Yeah, it could be. Alice, I don't know. Did you see? Was that always in there? The propaganda.
That was always in there, yeah. But they said to me they knew they wanted you from the get-go, so you're in good hands from the beginning.
Yeah. Now, Alice, you said you're a newbie, so your first feature film, you're the lead. How much pressure was that on you going into the movie?
I think the only pressure that I had going into the film was the pressure I put on myself that I didn't necessarily realize until I was there, because the boys had trusted me from the offset. They believed in me, and they knew that I could do what they needed for this film, what they wanted for this film. And I think it's that I put so much pressure on myself to get things right and to be good and to make sure that I did everything absolutely right. And then I arrived and realized that it was okay to play, and it was okay to trust my instincts, and it was okay to just be me, because that's who they hired. They didn't hire someone to be perfect. They didn't hire someone to get it right all the time. They hired the person that in the middle of a pandemic turned up to do a film audition about cheese. And they really allowed me to trust myself, and they really helped me just believe in myself and trust my own instincts, which, I'll be very grateful to them for that for a very long time.
And then Casper, you're going, sorry.
Oh, I just was going to say, I mean, she said they hired the perfect Heidi.
I agree.
When they saw her, obviously they saw something in her. And when I got to set, and I've been doing this 35 years, and when I first started, I wasn't as good as she is. I just wasn't. And she comes in and she's already nailing it out of the park, comes to the set's already running really smoothly. I've gotten to a place where I can help do that and help be. That's a responsibility of the person who's number one on the call sheet. Him, her, whoever it is, number one, and then the director and producer. Those are the three main ones that have to do it. And she had already been that. Everybody came in. She was wonderful, loving. My wife and I walked in the first day, and we left going, we love her. She's amazing. And we'd be friends with her for the rest of our lives. And we were just really, really grateful for that. I mean, so she really commanded that. So I'm just going to say, she can say she wasn't, whoever was the perfect one. She was, there couldn't have been somebody better. And for me, for this, I mean, she's a martial artist, but she had the right attitude, and that's half the battle. And she was just kind to everybody. And then when you're kind to everybody, I mean, she's friends with everybody. Everybody that's on that thing is friends with her. They all were like, "Oh my God, Alice," and then she's like, "Oh my God, hi." And like everybody was like this, and like, she's like the most popular person on set. So there you go. So I just wanted to say that.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. And you have like so much charisma and presence when you're on screen as Heidi.
She's a girl. I got to be insane, and I love being this character. I mean, it was so over the top working on this, and the different archetypes that I was searching for when I was working with my dialect coach. And sometimes I would do it. He goes, Casper, that's a little like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I go, oh, perfect. And then he goes, oh, Casper, that one was like Tommy Wiseau, and I go, oh my God, this is awesome. And he'd be looking at me like, why are you saying that's awesome when you're trying to do this Swiss German accent and you're trying to do it? And I'm like, I want to have those edges. I don't want to just be somebody who's just saying an accent. I want it to be with a sense of, other character development. I want it to be something not just linear. I want it to be like, what is that? Why? And it felt, I had so much fun doing this. I'm just going to tell you, I felt really just comfortable being completely insane.
Yeah, well, it really comes through in the movie. And as you said, someone who's been acting 35 years, and this is this crazy Grindhouse movie where you get to do all this weird stuff. How different is that to something you normally do? Like, I assume it's much more freeing, a movie like this.
I feel like I'm a better father, better husband, better man, better son, better brother, better friend when I'm on a set, because I'm doing exactly what I love, and it's a gift. So I think every time I'm on it, I try to treat it as a great gift and a great honor. This one was really special. And that's because of everybody's heart and intention, and also Alice and the two directors. They're really, it's a passion project, and you could feel it when you get there. Everything, the attention to detail was so surreal. Things that people will never notice, but they'll notice because we all saw it. Like the name tags were all like Verhoeven, Rodriguez, Tarantino, Argento. I mean, I can name all the directors that they had on there. They even put Karl Schenkel, who was the director of My Tarzan, who was German Swiss. And he's not with us anymore, but because he was German Swiss and he'd worked with me, they put a name tag on. And I'm walking by and I see it and I go, wait, that's Schenkel, like Karl. And they go, yeah, we did that for you. And I go, it's never featured in the movie. You never see it, but they did that. So I'm touched by these guys with their thought process and just these little things that they did. Everything. I mean, I'm looking at a statue or a poster that I'm in or a painting that they did. And I'm just like, this is so surreal. And the costume that Heidi went from, I mean, her growth from the sweet Heidi of the Alps to, the prisoner to the badass that she is when she's got that battle axe that she has, and that costume is so cool. It's just so cool. And the training sequence, the montage, the tribute back to the 80s, everything was I just was like, this is awesome. And it really, when I watched the film, I went, they accomplished more than I thought they could.
So, Alice, when you said about the auditions, like, do you remember what scene you had to audition for? Was it the more physical stuff, or was it something different?
My first audition was a self-tape, and it was the scene with Alpoi in the kitchen when we're having breakfast or dinner or lunch. I think we're in the actual film. I think it's dinner we're having, but yeah, that scene. And I also had to do the speech at the end in the arena. They were my first scenes. And I remember thinking, right, I'm going to really go for this. It says she's got a weapon. I said I had like a pocket knife thing, and I held it up in my audition. And then I got there and I was like, this halberd is not the same size as the knife I pretended to use in my audition. I really missed the mark on that one. But then in my recall, which was a Zoom recall because of COVID, I did the same two scenes. And then I did another scene, which is when I met David, and we did the kitchen scene together. Then there was a stunt workshop. Then the next day I did the scene with Peter in the barn, and I also did the scene with Clara in the van. I did lots of scenes.
Yeah. It worked out. So yeah. So Casper, when you talked about the accent and your coach is like, what are you doing? How did the filmmakers feel? Were they like, this is perfect, or?
Well, no, sometimes they go, Casper, that's too German. You have to do it more Swiss German. And so, because I'd been working with the dialect coach on a German accent for another film that got pushed. And then I had to switch over to Swiss German. So then they would say, that's too, but then they did something really unique. There was 6 of them on a Skype with me one day. And they go, hey, listen to this guy. He lives 23 minutes north of us. And he spoke in a German accent that I was like, and I go, well, what was that? They go, we don't know. It is German. It's Swiss German, but even we can't understand it. And I was like, that's awesome. So there's so many different dialects, and that, like, America has, the Southern ones, or the Jersey one where I'm from, or California, or the Valley. We all have our different things, but the German one seems a little bit more extreme. And maybe it's just because I don't speak German. Right.
Yeah. I'm in Massachusetts. I don't really have the Boston accent, but I'm not a big fan of fake Boston accents, so I can, get what they're going for, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Alice, I read you're a black belt. How different was the training, for the weapons and to do a movie than like actual martial arts?
I've said before that it's very different. When I'm in the ring and I'm competing and I have to fight people, I don't have to think about it looking graceful. And the aim of the competition is to win by hitting someone. In a film, you're not allowed to hit anyone, and it has to look graceful. So they were definitely 2 things I had to really switch caps on and put my actor brain on to try and harness the skills and the muscle memory that I have from training, but actually put it into a performance practice and really implement that through the film. So yeah, it was definitely, the first week was interesting. I had a few near misses with the stunt team where I may or may not have accidentally hit them with a stick because I did not get my depth perception right. But no, they were really lovely about it and just helped me. And we really worked well together to get it to where it was in the end.
And Casper, you mentioned Alice's wardrobe. What was it like for you to see yourself in the different wardrobes for the first time?
Well, most of it I loved. I wasn't crazy about the Swiss bikini. That
it's not my phone saver.
I want to see that. Maybe I don't. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I had so much fun with the wardrobe and the things, and just they let me play, and I love to play. I love acting. Whatever it is, if it's a theatrical play or a movie or TV show, it's all about the script, which is a play, which is we're playing, which we're going back to being childhood, innocence, that we're trying to recreate that thing where somebody goes, you're the Queen of England. And no matter where it is, any kid can step into that and they'll be like, oh, you're all something good. However they're going to do it, but they'll believe it. And our job as an actor is to get back into that, believing that we're in this role. So they made it really easy and fun, and they let us just play with it. And Alice had it really, like I said, she was better at it than I was when I first started, and it's wonderful to see that. And I loved all the work and effort she did, and it reminded me, 'cause she was there longer training for it and working on it. Back in the old days, we used to train a lot for a lot of films, and we used to do a lot of rehearsals, and we don't get to do that often. And sometimes some of the younger actors nowadays will go, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it until we do it, because I don't want to ruin the magic of it. And to me, that's always a weaker choice, because I think when you rehearse, you get it to a comfortability factor that when you get on set, you're already prepared, and then all the magic can happen. And then it's more fresh because you're not having to worry about whether you're going to say the lines right, or whether you're going to do this, or what's going to go on. You're already familiar with your environment. I think more magic and more freedom can come if you do the rehearsals. And maybe it worked, because I saw it when I came on, they were already a well-oiled machine. I didn't have to do anything but my job.
And did you get to see it, either of you, at the festivals when it was at the festival run?
Yeah, so Casper and I watched it together in LA. We went to Screenfest.
Oh, sweet.
In October, which was pretty cool. And then, yeah, I was very, very lucky. I'd been invited to quite a few of the festivals. So I went to Belgium, Zurich, we had London, did Fright Fest. I went to Spain and to Italy. And then, obviously being in America as well to watch Screamfest. So I've seen it quite a few times.
What was that experience like? You see in your first film on the big screen with a bunch of people?
Every single time it was surreal. Like I absolutely pinched myself, and it was just nuts. Like even now, like I've got the poster up in my house because it's just nuts to have it. And they made a vinyl record, and I've got the vinyl record, and I'm on the record. I don't sing on this record. I don't have anything to do with the music, but Mario, who's the incredible composer, put me on the front of a record. And I've been collecting vinyl records since I was 12. So I've had a record player since I was 13. I've been collecting them since I was 12. And now I have my own vinyl record that I'm on the cover of. Like every step of this film, from literally getting the script, even all the way to now, and having nights like this where, I've been working in a theatre today, and then tonight I get to come and talk about the film and everything that we've done. Every single moment's a pinch me moment for me.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to see the vinyl record. I haven't seen that. You're going to have to send me a picture.
I will. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's orange. The record is orange.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I got to see it in the theater when they did the Fathom events, and it's definitely a movie that's very fun to watch with an audience, because you got the crazy over-the-top gore and the laughs, and that's a perfect kind of thing to share with people.
Yeah. And it's great when you're with an audience that get it as well.
Yeah, right.
And that just throw themselves into the film and unapologetically laugh, because I think that makes it all the more fun. Yeah.
And so it's coming out on Blu-ray, the special extra cheese edition on the 21st, which is very exciting. And how did the movie affect your look at cheese? Are you sick of cheese, or?
You go first, Casper.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, so. I did not know this. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay. It brings a whole new level to your character. Yeah.
Well, it's okay, because in Starship Troopers, I'm also, I'm killing giant bugs in that, but I'm allergic to bees and red ants.
Oh, okay.
So I have an EpiPen.
This is a running theme in your career.
Apparently it is. I didn't even know this, but apparently it is. So, of course, the bees and the ants do more damage to me, but I'm not going to talk about the lactose intolerance. So I don't want to have either. I don't want to be bit or have that cheese problem.
Yeah, I do have almond milk in my tea, so
yes, I do the almond milk too. But you know what it used to be is when I was younger and I could eat cheese and I would eat cheese pizzas and stuff like that. At night, if I ate it late, I started having cheese dreams. I don't know if you're aware of this, but
having that.
Yeah,
that's where this movie came from. Maybe a fever cheese dream. Yeah,
they're like the weirdest dreams that you can have. If you notice the next time you eat pizza at night, and it's got to be late at night. So if you don't do that, then that's better for you. But I was noticing that I was going, God, I'm having the weirdest dreams. And somebody went to me, "You're eating cheese at night?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And like, "You're having cheese dreams." And then I looked it up, and there's all this stuff about cheese dreams. You can look it up. I'm not even making this. I'm not making this up. People who eat, and it might be because I'm lactose intolerant, because also it upsets my stomach a little bit.
Very, very all right. Have you started having cheese dreams, Alice, after being in Mad Heidi?
Maybe it's a thing in Britain, but we're all told about cheese dreams, because I remember that if it got past a certain time of night, I was told not to eat apples and not to eat cheese, because I'd have weird dreams if I ate them. So when I was growing up, if it got to sort of 7:30 or 8 o'clock, my mum said, "No more cheese, because you'll have nightmares." And sometimes I would disobey her because I wanted to eat cheese, and I would indeed have nightmares. So I was brought up with the cheese dreams.
Wow. Okay. Well, it is a thing. See?
It is a thing.
All right. I'm going to look this up after the show. Will we see Heidi and Clara at some point?
I am going to say yes, because I'm going to manifest this into existence. But yeah, I really, really hope so.
I'll be first in line to watch it.
Yeah, well, hopefully they can find a way to get you in. Not to spoil Mad Heidi, but hopefully they can find a way to involve you.
It would be fun.
Yeah, and I assume you would be up for it.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Honestly, it's very cool to see how excited you are about the movie, Casper, and also how much you put Alice over here, which she deserves.
I was so impressed. I mean, when you earn something, and she did, when you earn the right to do that, when you put in the work and the effort, and you really are committed, and it's appreciated by fellow actors who have been around. I mean, you deserve to get the accolades, and that's my opinion. I when I was younger, didn't know how to do all the stuff that she's doing, so I was really impressed. If I was comparatively to look at me when I was a younger actor, I studied my whole time. That was what my whole thing became, studying and learning all that. But I just wasn't. I'm a slower learner.
Well, I love Mad Heidi. I thought it's really up my alley. A lot of crazy head explosions and crazy stuff with cheese, and it's just a really fun movie for someone like me. And I'm glad that it's found its audience and people are digging it.
Yeah, people are digging it, and that's the cool thing. I hope more people do, Neal. And thank you for interviewing us and liking the film and talking about it. And I just appreciate you, man, too.
Well, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks,
Neal. Treehouse Club in the backyard. Fans of classic horror film stars. Message from Mr. Alucard. Do you think Wolfman's got nards? You know who to call when you have ghosts, but who do you call when you have monsters? Let's go! The Monster Squad, make no mistake. We got our silver bullets and we got wooden stakes. The Monster Squad, we ain't afraid to fight. There's no way in hell we're gonna let the world end at midnight. Shadowbrook Road. Van Helsing failed years ago. We won't blow it this time, no. We'll cast them off into limbo. You know who to call when you have ghosts, but who do you call when you have monsters? Let's go! The Monster Squad, make no mistake. We got our silver bullets and we got wooden stakes. The Monster Squad, we ain't afraid to fight. There's no way in hell we're gonna let the world end at midnight. The mummy's in my closet, Dracula lost his mind. Creature stole my Twinkie, we're friends with Frankenstein. Boy, Simon's almost up, it's your last chance for pie. You know who's really bitchin', that scary German guy. We gotta find a virgin and get the amulet. We'll end this once and for all, cause we're not chicken shit. Way cooler than the Goonies, we rule so goddamn hard. The army showed up too late, so here's our business card. The Monster Squad, make no mistake. We got our silver bullets and we got wooden stakes. The Monster Squad, we ain't afraid to fight. There's no way in hell we're gonna let the world end at midnight. The forces of darkness arise. The Monster Squad, to challenge the forces of light. The Monster Squad, for control of all mankind. The Monster Squad, this is the year, tonight is the night. The Monster Squad, call us for a monster is good time. The Monster Squad.
Thanks. Was it Screamfest last year or the year before?
First last year, just this October.
Oh yeah, because my first feature had its U.S. premiere there, but I was probably there after you guys played, so I didn't see it.
Man, well, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. That's where I saw Justin.
You didn't hire me. You didn't hire me. I mean, what's up with that?
Well, the next one.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now that I know. All right. Thanks, guys.
Alice is right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She's amazing. I'm going to tell you that.
I've got this all recorded, so I'm safe.
Okay.
Thanks, Neal.
Bye, guys.